Famed French food critic Kornonsky once described the city of Lyon as the world capital of gastronomy. Today, our special guest, restaurateur and hospitality veteran Ségolène Cretaux, who was born and raised in Lyon, is sharing with us her own passion and love of French food and industry expertise. Her persistence, finding her way back from the wrong path in life, and reaching her goals amid adversity are some of the vital lessons that many in the hospitality industry should hear. Today, Ségolène runs the distinguished Café Sego in Bahrain. She likes to describe the cafe as not only a cafe for sharing French food or drinks, but also a mirror illustrating the history, culture, and civilization of France. Want to get important advice on the dynamic and exciting world of hospitality? Stay tuned. Hi, Ségolène. How are you?
Good.
Thank you for joining us on Unspoken Untold Stories of Successful People. You are one of the most successful people I know.
Thank you so much.
And what I've always wanted to know, that when you grew up during your childhood, were you always around the culinary world, the hospitality world? How did you get inspired?
So I born in France, in Lyon, and Lyon is the famous city for its gastronomy. So when you grow up your childhood in Lyon, you are really inspired by the food and the restaurant and the gastronomy. So this is how I get inspired to end up with this world in the food and hospitality business.
That is so interesting. When you started your college education at Vatel Business School in Lyon, did you set out to become a restaurateur, or at the time you had different plans?
When I started my bachelor degree in hospitality management at Vatel, I wanted to work for a big hotelier group. So I wanted to be hotelier, but at some part of my mind I was keeping up with the Restauranteur project. But in France, it's not too much easy to have your own business. There is a lot of tax and a lot of cost. So that's why I was keeping in mind, but separate. And I really wanted to work in big hotel group like Accor, Intercontinental, or Ritz-Carlton. This was my student plan.
After graduating from Vatel, you moved to Paris to pursue an MBA at the Académie Internationale de Management. The program was meant to train you, to take you to future management roles in the hospitality and tourism sectors. The hospitality and tourism sectors, it's a competitive world out there, isn't it? What would you tell students today currently trying to carve their way into that sector, and what skills do you think would mostly help them?
Hotel and hospitality sector in general, it's a fast-growing sector. It's employ more than one employee out of 10. So there is a lot of job opportunities and career. On some points it's competitive, especially if you are targeting finance or sales and marketing, you know, all the back office area. But I will say that with hard work, perseverance, if you master a lot of foreign language, it's a really plus. And if you want to work in the hospitality, you should not be shy. You should really care and look after the person, and it will make it happen.
Ségolène, tell us of your own experiences when you started working in hospitality. There were probably the job rejections, the people who told you could never make it, and the constant pressure to prove yourself.
The hospitality and tourism is quite challenging. You have a lot of persons that you have freshmen, and you have also people that are senior position. So sometimes there is big barrier to get your first job because no one wants to give you responsibility, and you need at the same time to have the good diploma and maybe 5 years of experience. But while you are as a student, or you can perform, working experience. So my advice will be always to have like summer job, casual job, show yourself that, even if you are young, you can make it, and you are active, and this will make you overcome this certain barrier that people don't trust in yourself, Show that you have engagement in some association or charity, show that you are active citizen to overcome anyone that wants to squeeze your project or your ambition. and always listen to yourself, what makes you happy, because you will wake up every day for a job, maybe for the next 40 years. So you truly need to choose the right sector that fits you and makes you happy.
You performed 2 internships in Shanghai, China, where you trained Chinese colleagues on your French know-how of the hospitality industry. Do you believe that students or those starting in the hospitality field need to step out of their immediate comfort zone and gain some experience abroad?
If you want to join the hospitality or tourism field, I think you must travel, because when you work in this field, you need to have really sensitivity for the other culture, because you will have guests from all over the world. So you need to keep your mind really open, because each client have different habits, and you need to commit to their needs. So I will say that traveling, especially when you join a hotel school, internship is the best opportunity to have exposition to the world, And those internships are really key for getting your first job, because this is the only few months that you will have job experience, and you can sell and prove yourself for your first job. And in any field, getting your first job is quite challenging. So you need to pick up the internship really nicely, so it will show nice on your CV.
While you were studying at college, you took advantage of your summer vacations. You interned at the Hotel 16 in Saint-Tropez and for Pierre Hermé, the Picasso of pastry. It was that summer that you learned about high-end restaurant standards, and you thought about opening your own pastry and coffee shop. Now that's very interesting. Was this where the aha moment came about, that you knew what you were going to do in the future? Did you have that gut feeling that, okay, I have found my purpose?
When I worked in Hotel 16, it was a summer job in between my year 2 and year 3 at Vatel. And I was maître d'hôtel, so I was taking care of all the clients for the breakfast and lunch, and it was really high-end clients, like VIP client, really picky, high standard. So it was a good exposure to this field, and I really take care of all the small details. That's why I like the luxury and hospitality in general, because you pay attention to every small details, And regarding Pierre Hermé there is 2 big macaron and pastry house in France, let's say La Durée and Pierre Hermé. I have the big luck to work for Pierre Hermé during my vacation, and I saw the guest feedback and even guests from Japan traveling, just to eat his macaron. So I was really amazed by his food and the guest feedback, and how the way he's arranging all this macaron with a lot of color. So when I saw the back of the house of working for pastry shop, I say, yes, I truly see myself, running my own pastry and coffee shop when I was working for him for these two months time.
Lots of young people would ask, how do I really know when I have found my purpose? Is it through an internship? Is it getting inspired? Is it loving something very deeply? How do they really know what line of business to follow?
Finding your way, it's not easy, because there is many fields, many different jobs. You can get inspired by your parents or your family, what they are doing, which sector they are approaching. But if it's something out of the box, let's say your parents work as a doctor and you want to join the hospitality, then I think the best way to find your way, get internship, even unpaid internship, but at least those few weeks or months will help you to get fully inside, because hospitality and tourism is really something you need to feel from your heart. It's not for everyone, not everyone can work in the hospitality. It's long hours duty. There is many work alcoholic duty. So I think taking internship is the best way, to find what's really suit you.
Knowing that such underrepresentation exists, how do you think this would change for females?
Actually, I'm really happy, especially to see in Bahrain that there is a lot of new program for women empowerment, not only in the hospitality but in different sectors like banking or government. So I think now every company try to put the women empowerment as a top topic, for their board meeting or anything. And I think that as a woman, you should not be scared to move forward, to have ambition, so to stand up from the competition, because as a lady we have sensibility that maybe some men won't have, we are too much take care of small details, of many things. So I think this is added value on any field, not only the tourism. So yes.
And do you think that the region is changing, the Middle East region,
Yes.
for female representation,
Yes.
and especially the gender pay gap, which, there's a lot of discrepancy between what men get paid and women get paid. Do you feel that changing in the entire region as a whole?
Yes, I think there is really a positive move for women empowerment and to reduce this gap that of course is unfair, because for same position and same working hours we must get exactly same salary and same package.
How did you find that market niche? Did you see that the country was ready, Bahrain, for French cuisine?
We have a good luck here in this country that Bahrain citizens, they really like the French culture. When I have working guests and they feel like in Paris, they say, oh, I went there for my honeymoon, it reminds me of Paris, or I wish to go there and you give me a little piece of France. So this is a country that citizens really like. So we are lucky for that. And now I'm only focusing in Café Sego, in diplomat area, with two new partners. And yes, regarding the entrepreneurship in Bahrain, I think it's really good because the country is giving to the citizen the opportunity to build their own company via Tamkin, and they will pay 50% of the expense like marketing or any equipment. So I think this is really positive push, and other countries should get inspired from Bahrain.
Your new company now, French Foods, it aims at importing green coffee beans and roasting them locally in Bahrain. Do you believe hospitality entrepreneurs have a responsibility to hire the local workforce and make use of the local industries, like the local coffee roasteries?
Yes, of course, as any entrepreneur, we should take advantage of the local manpower, because Bahraini, they are really helpful, they are really curious about new things, so we should include them in our team. For example, in Café Sego, we have 3 Bahraini team members, and they are really happy with us and with the French management, so this is something we are really taking care for that. And French food will start to roast the coffee locally here, starting 20th of December. We are still waiting for the machine because this is a big machine. And then after, for all our customers, we will roast locally to offer the best and the freshest coffee.
Great. And one last question. At the moment, as you and I are speaking, there are young people in the hospitality industry that are thinking of quitting, that are facing many challenges and that they're finding it very hard. What advice would you give them?
Yes, actually, I will tell them to keep it up, because this sector is amazing. There is any hotel in every tiny island in the world, so working in the hospitality will open for you all the doors. And for example, in Bahrain there is maybe 10 5-star hotel that will come, that will open in the next 5 years. So there is chance to have big position, there is chance to be director of sales marketing, director of finance, GM, and they need in the country a lot of general manager to be Bahraini. So I think keep it up, just wait, prove yourself, and in few years you will shine.
Thank you so much for the
Thank you
advice.
so much.
I'm sure a lot of people will get inspired by you.
Merci.
And good luck with everything.
Thank you.
Thank you.